Good morning, everyone. It gives a great delight to see you all again in the second day of the orientation program. English is the language communication in all over the world. It aids the students exclusively to broaden their minds. It improves their quality of life. Effective communication is a key skill for any individual. It is more than exchanging information. It is about heard and understood, that is conveying and comprehending. So, guys, let us listen to Mrs. D. Srinidia, Associate Professor in English, about the art of communication. Ma'am, please take the virtual podium.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible, ma'am.
Okay, let me continue with this. A pleasant morning, guys, to everyone. Ma'am, I am sharing my slides. Kindly, please let me know whether my slides are visible to everyone. Ma'am, is my screen shared? No, Sangeeta ma'am's mobile. One minute. Desktop is the screen. Share. I want to share the entire screen. Yeah, thank you. Ma'am, is it shared now? Okay, fine. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this consent. Fine, guys. A pleasant morning to everyone present here. I'm immensely pleased to be in front of you to speak about the art of communication. Communication, what is it? Speaking, writing, listening, reading. What is communication? Is it the words? Speaking out something, verbally expressing views, or showing the picture, showing the written information? What is communication? Communication is what you have in your mind, making that idea to be conveyed to the others. May it be an individual or a group of people, whoever it be. Whatever you have in your mind, it has to be, when it is conveyed, actually as it is, without any breaking, without any hindrance. When you are able to send that information to the others, that is communication. And we are successful only at that moment in our effective communication. So guys, today be ready to be with me and use your chat box to answer me, and I expect everybody to be live to give your answers in your chat box, and I am going to view your replies in the chat box. Fine, be ready to type in the chat box, guys. We are going to, before we go ahead with what we are going to discuss on communication entirely, let us see what is the art of communication. Art of communication, right? There's a difference. Communication, conveying an idea. Art of communication, when you have the efficacy of conveying the information in a desirable manner, in an inspiring manner, influencing it, that is the art of communication. Now we are going to view that, and I'm going to play a video for you all. Please do listen to it for a few seconds only. Just go through this. Watch the video, and it is on. Observe, keen guys, you have questions at the end. Hope the video is audible also, along with its visibility. Yes, guys, that is it. Now we are going to discuss. Be ready to type in your chat box. Yeah, Paka, very good. I am getting the information. Save water, silent communication, water scarcity. Great, guys. You're all good in observing the videos. Fine. The art of communication. So, nothing has been spoken in the video. You didn't see anybody speaking over there, and one guy has put it in the right way, silent communication. So communication can be in any form. It can be through pictures, through words, written form, any way it can be, a graph, whatever mode it is. It is the communication. So art of communication, what are you able to get it? Aren't you able to identify the people following that old man who started collecting water in the umbrella? He collected the water in the umbrella, and it is passed on to the owner of the umbrella. He carries it, saving the water, and he is observed right from an old lady, a tea boy, then the rest of the people, the passers-by. Everyone is noticing, everyone is following the message. That is communication. Message that is communicated, and that is followed, isn't it? Yeah. Ramaraju, don't waste water. If you waste water, might be a water scarcity in future. Correct. Yes. So, Madan, hope you are able to get it. So, this is what we have been discussing, Madan. The art of communication. So, that is the art of communication, guys. Conveying the message and making people to understand what you are aiming at doing. And they are also following. They have to follow what you are expressing. May it be in any form, right? This is the art of communication. That is what we are going to discuss for the day. Fine. We are going ahead into the session now. Yeah. Communication. What is communication? Mixture of all these things that you are looking at on the screen is what is communication, right? It carries vocabulary, articulation, vocabulary, words. Without the words, we cannot. We'll be stumbling. We'll be feeling like when we don't get words to speak, we'll be feeling like tumbling down from the top of the staircase, right? So we should have the ample number of vocabulary in our hand when we speak. All right. Articulation, the way we speak. Okay. pronounce the words, making the clarity, bringing the clarity to the information. That is articulation. When you speak, if you are able to bring the clarity, that is articulation. Grammar, uh, if you don't have the grammar, see, people, you would have heard of people saying that without grammar we can write English, speak English. What is it? It is a language of communication. It is an international language. See, guys, you're all budding engineers. Where are we? See, anybody can speak in English, in broken English also, but where are you able to distinguish yourselves? That matters more. And there lies the important part of communication, the significance of communication. That is the soul of the language. Okay, we'll see that in the forthcoming slides. Listening. Next is listening. A good listener is a good speaker. Right? He can convey or reiterate the information or reciprocate the information in the way it is required only if a person is good at listening. Fine. Next, speaking. Speaking, many things are there in the slide. If you are looking at it, see, it includes talking, audience, meeting, stage, training, presentation, communication, gestures, body language, speech, anxiety that is conveyed. You can look at me a bit anxious when I'm speaking to you people. This is what I am. I want to be full of life when I speak to the people, right? And it also includes performance. It has to be the message when you are speaking. It has to be carried on. The energy, message, both the things simultaneously getting carried on to the others. Right? That is what is speaking. Right. Next, reading information, acquiring the knowledge. Nowadays, I'm sorry to say that most of us are not readers, and most of us are not good readers. There's a difference. Some of us, we don't want to read. We don't find time to read. We think so. And some of us, we don't involve in reading. Right? And we have to read. As much as you read, that much knowledge you can acquire. And that can be interpreted in the other way around. And a good listener is a good speaker. A good reader is a good writer. Next comes is writing. So whatever you are getting, you are gathering the knowledge that is acquired through your all the other three skills: listening, speaking, reading. Everything is getting expressed through the other mode of communication. That is writing. So putting everything, bringing together is what is communication. This is putting in a nutshell. Okay. Now we are moving on to the next slide. Yeah, now we are going to first talk about vocabulary. Fine, guys, be ready to take up some challenges. Okay, few games you have to take up for the day. And to start with, as I told you, this is what we are going to discuss. On the whole, this is what we are going to discuss. And in this, we are starting with vocabulary. You have some games now. Be ready to take it up. Yes. Many from one. What is many from one? Can anybody guess? Example is the word I've given you. Can anybody guess what I'm going to ask you people to do? In the chat box, please. Can anybody guess? What is it? Couldn't you guess? Few seconds I can give you. Next, further, I'll go ahead. Information, fine. Give examples, very good. Any other view? Nothing, huh? If you go wrong in your assumption also. Multi-talent, information again by Candy Manigandan. AJ says is selection. 18, one word convey different meanings. Paka, very good. Fine. Okay, ma'am. I'll give you, that is what. You want me to give the example? Fine. Now, many friends, one, how many of you know that we have not acquired much words? I told you that we have to be sound in vocabulary. Most of us are good at communication, but when we start expressing our idea, we find it very difficult due to the lack of vocabulary. We cannot repeat, reiterate. Excuse me. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Ma'am, I want the charger. Ilakya, ma'am? Charger, please. Sir's a charger. Sorry, guys. Let me continue with you. Wait for a while. I'm continuing. Right. So, though you are very good at grammar, though you are good at handling the language in an efficient manner, unless and until we have enough number of words to convey our message, we'll be like beating about the bush, using the same words again and again, using the same words again and again to convey one message. This is what most of us will be doing. And what will happen? What will be the result of it? Our message that we are conveying becomes monotonous. People become tiresome. They get tired of listening to our information. Right? It happens. So we simultaneously we have to, along with acquiring the knowledge, we have to acquire the knowledge of vocabulary also. And we have I read in one book that we have acquired 500 words during our childhood. Have we developed? Probably with some number of words, very few, 100 more. In these many years, 18 years, you are in your 17th or 18th year, right? Or 16 years. I'm not sure about your age now, but you can guess. What you have acquired in your 7 years is of 500 words. Minimum number is what I'm saying. Crossing many years, after that you have crossed many years. If you have acquired only 100 words, after that we have to feel very sorry about it, right? So we got to work on it more to gain more vocabulary. So how many of you are able to uh, create more words from this one word example? Can you try creating more words from this word example? Lohita, translation is good. Kindly try this exercise. Example. From that word, you are going to create as many words as possible. Yes, exam, map, paka. How many words you'll be able to create? How many words? Go for a guesswork. Sample. Very good. Exemplar is another word. Ample, paka. Very good. Right. 2-lettered words, 3-lettered words, 4-lettered words. Lamp, pale, axe, fine, great, peel, maple, great of you, my dear, and everyone is coming out with all different words. Leap, fine, X, lame, very good, pale, wow, Max, very good, guys. I'm very happy. Fine, fine, fine. Aeroplane won't do smart Vishwa. We'll go through aeroplane on some other day. But aeroplane, we don't have R over here or O over here to make use of that word here. Okay. Face, no, again. Right. Mark, leap, look, look. No, no, no. Fine. Leap is there. Applicable. Fine, guys. Okay. Stop with that. Stop with that. So, thank you. Thank you so much. It's me. Yeah. It's there. Right, guys. Male, legs, fantastic, heel, palm, pakka. Great. You're all very live. I'm very happy about it, guys. Fine. So, from one word, you are able to create as many number of, come up with as many number of words as possible. That is it. This is the wonder of vocabulary, right? We are able to, in one few seconds and few minutes, we are able to supply as many number of words as possible. Aren't we able to make use of many words, thousands of words? When we are speaking continuously or writing continuously, we will be able to, we can. Okay, right. We are moving on to the next. Fine, guys. Here again, a brain teaser for you. Look at this picture. I'll be reading it out for you. First word, promise, spot, backing is there, fooling, get, shape, just, once, a clock is there, storm, th is there, d is there, Fine. Could you guess phrases? I'll give you one phrase. For the first box, I'll give you rest of the things. Give a guesswork. Go for a trial. Okay. First, breaking promise. Breaking promise. Promise is broken, right? You can even say as promise is broken or broken promise. Great. Broken promise. So go for some other phrases with the rest of the boxes. Try. Broken promise is the appropriate phrase for, and that could be the appropriate phrase for the first. On spot, on backing, not just spot the mistakes, broken promise, fooling around, right? Very good. Got one answer. Fooling around, spotlight, look at the red mark over there. Spotlight, once upon a time, very good. Very good. Right answer. Once upon a time, fooling around is correct answer. I got two answers. Fooling around, once upon a time. Wrong spot, pakka. Very good. Wrong spot. Yes. Look at the word backing. How it is. The movement of the word backing. Get in shape, pakka. Very good. Correct answer. Get in shape is the right answer. Spotting, spot off. Wrong spot is the right answer. We got the right answer already. Thunderstorm. Okay. Very good. So we got these answers correct. Fooling around, broken promise, wrong spot, get in shape, thunderstorm. Very few we got to get the answer for. I just did. I just did. In which direction is the word? The word just in which direction? Look at it, you'll get it. Once upon a time is right. So you got to bring the words for only these three. Last column. Last column. Just in. Right? That is also agreeable. Just in. Anything else? Just right. Very good. Santosh Krishna. Correct, correct. Just right is what is right. Paka. Parimala Rangan. Right. Just right is correct. Next. Backing with that. Any phrase making use of that? Backing up is the phrase. Backing up. Last box. D. Backing up. Correct. Jai Surya, Jayant Krishnan. Yes, backing up is right. Just right is what is right. D. Defense. Middled. In the middle. Both are applicable. In the middle. In the middle. Or middled. Okay. Right? So this is all about this thing. So you are able to create phrases on your own. We haven't read anything, we haven't learned anything, but with the very pictures, you are able to create the right, spot out the right phrases, right? You are very good at it. Identify, this is what you are very good at. Identify your strength, okay? We are all very good at making use of the right phrases and right terms. Only thing is, we are not able to spot what we are very good at. Okay, now we are moving on to the next one. Look at this. This is a word amount. 6-lettered word. You are going to find the word. And the clues are for you. Look at this. First 3 letters, they indicate a dark, sticky substance. Okay. Last 3 letters, 4, 5, 6. Last 3 letters, in which means acquire. Okay. And on the whole, it means achievement, attaining, reaching something. Right? So now guess the word. Guess the word. 6-lettered word. First three letters indicate a dark, sticky substance. Everywhere roads are being laid. Second half, that gives a clue of the word acquire. That gives the meaning of acquiring, getting something. On the whole, it means achievement, reaching. What do we reach? Paka, Gauri, great. Target. Right answer, Gauri. Hands up to you. Right? Pat yourself. Jalakshmi, Kankana Visha, Kishore, Jayant Krishnan again, Vigneshwar, Madhumita. Great. Right, guys. Target is the right term. Tar, dark, sticky substance. Three-lettered word. Get is acquire. Okay, on the whole, target is what we are achieving. Right? That is the goal. Right. Now we are moving ahead to the next aspect of communication. That is articulation. What is articulation? See, everybody is speaking. And we are saying that only when we are listening to some people, we say that it is very clear. We are able to understand. How are we saying? When we identify some clarity in their speech. Clarity, when they pronounce the word, they clearly utter the words, pronounce the words, and they give good modulation with the right intonation. The voice goes up and down properly with a good flow, falling and rising tones. Right? Everything put together is what is articulation. So when you utter any word, when you utter a message, each and every word of your message has to fall into the ears of your audience, your opponent or your client, whoever it may be. It has to fall into the ears as though a ball is falling into the socket, right? Clearly, straight away, it has to fall into the ears of the people, and that is what is articulation, right? We are going to see that, and how one can enhance one's articulation, pronunciation, correct the pronunciation. Look at this best methodology. The first, foremost, on top of everything is what is tongue twisters, right? With the constraint of time, I am dealing with very few things. Okay, just go, very few clues, what very few techniques I can give you. So only one technique I'm going to give you today, and that is what is tongue twisters. As much as you practice tongue twisters, you can make your tongue twist and roll as per your desire. How you want your tongue to roll, you can make it to roll. You can make it to twist. Okay, look at this. Two examples I've given you. Look at this: high roller, low roller, lower roller. When you say it together, definitely high roller, low. We'll get only like that. Okay, isn't it? When we practice, that is what we'll be getting, isn't it? Fine. We'll and only practice maketh a man perfect. As much as we practice, we'll make our language perfect. Okay, look at the next tongue twister. I need a box of biscuits, a box of mixed biscuits, and a biscuit mixer. When you utter the last part exclusively, it will be pronounced as though mix. Everything will be mixed together, right? And that is what we'll be landing at initially, but gradually when they go by, practice, when you gain more practice, yeah, she sells the seashells on the seashore. Very good, Shankar Abhishek, for sharing this. Another tongue twister is being shared by Shankar Abhishek. Thank you, Shankar Abhishek, for your information, for sharing this. Very good. So in these ways you can practice as much as possible and make your articulation better, the best, and perfect. Okay, right. You're moving on to the next. Right, guys. So articulation also includes pauses. Wherever it is required, we got to give due pauses. Right? Look at these sentences. Two sentences are there. Let's eat grandma. Without any pause, if you read it, it will be as it's appearing on the picture above the top. First picture. Look at it. You are keeping your grandma on your plate. She is being served. Let's eat grandma. You are inviting everybody to eat grandma. When we give the due pass, let's eat grandma. There you are inviting grandma to dine with you, to eat with you, eating together. So punctuation also plays an important role, and it gives the emotions, right emotion. What you are expecting to convey, that is what, yeah, ice cream for ice cream example. Okay, okay, Shankar Abhishek. Right. So this is what is being taking place when you make use of the right punctuation. Your message, as it has to be conveyed, it will be conveyed. Right. So that is also very very important when you speak. Modulation. Modulation. Where do we get it? With due pauses. Pauses. Short pause. Comma. Long pause. Full stop. Semicolon between. It will be middle. It will be like a long pause, also like a short pause also, right? But idea being continued. That is semicolon, right? So in our speaking itself, not only in writing, even when we speak, we can give the punctuation. When you observe, if you are a very good listener and efficiently able to language the handle, when you hear anybody speaking in English, you can continuously keep the punctuation marks. You'll be able to good at it. You'll be able to do it on your own naturally, right? It happens with any natural speaker. Fine. Okay, so this is what is all about articulation, guys. Work on it right from the first year. When you work on it, you can show your excellence to the outside world, right? Now, moving on to the next, grammar. I told you, grammar is a soul. I'm not saying that you cannot speak broken English, you cannot speak with hints. Everything is right, can be done, but initially, only in the beginning, when days go by, you have to move ahead, enhance your language, include grammar. It is the soul of the language. That is important. Look at this example. You will identify the importance of the part, grammar for language. Look at the sentence. I squeezed the auto. What do you mean by that? When you look at the sentence, am I possible? Will I be able to squeeze an auto? Is it possible? A big vehicle is auto. Will I be able to squeeze the auto? What should be there? What should I include there? Can anybody put it in chat box? What word I should include to give a complete sense, to give a complete meaning for the sentence? I squeezed the auto. Impossible? Freddy Paul? Give a try. Everybody can squeeze lemon, Santosh Krishna. What should I include without changing the sentence? If I add a word in that sentence, if I include a word, embed a word, I can get or give a complete meaning for the sentence. Right? I squeezed by the auto, nearing the meaning, Jaisurya. Good try. Good, very good, Mahagopi. I squeezed in the auto. I squeezed into the auto. Very good. Mahagopi, very good try. Very good, very good. Closer, very close answer. Yes, I squeezed in the auto. I squeezed into the auto. I squeezed. You can also include one more word. I squeezed myself into the auto. That is also possible, right? So, without grammar, few sentences can be uttered. Not all the sentences. Not everything can be conveyed without grammar. So, grammar is a vital part of a language. Do understand that. We have to learn, read. See, I'm not asking you to start from the scratch. As much as possible, you read. Your language will get enhanced. Okay? Moving on to the next thing, listening. I told you, a good listener is a good speaker. As the more you listen, the more you speak. You can speak. Right? We have to, yes, Tillai Dharani, very good. I squeezed myself into the auto. Right, good. So, listening is very, very important. Right? We are going to talk about listening. Listening, how much it is important. Are we keen listeners? Listening shows our alertness. Though we are involved in our work, if we are, see, all six senses work for an individual. Have we ever tried it? If we try it, we can identify, we can spot it out that we are good at a minimum of 4 skills, 4 senses. We can identify all the 4 working simultaneously, right? And listening is one among them. As much as you listen, it improves your concentration. Your mind won't get wavered, it won't get diverted, it won't get distracted. You will be developed with concentration. And here is an exercise for you. I'm going to play an audio. Beforehand, I'll give you a few seconds to quickly give a quick glance to the passage below. Give a quick glance to the passage below. I'll have to convey it. Fine. Guys, give me a break for a few seconds. I'll get back.
Break लिया break का break लिया
Fine, guys. You've taken a breath. Shall we continue? Yes, look at the passage. Have you looked at the passage? Another 10 minutes and completed it. It is 11 now. We'll take up till 11, but you can take it. Just yes. Listen to this.
Minute.com. Education. Education is one of the most important things in our lives. Don't you agree? It can make the difference between success and failure. An education can bring us knowledge and make us rich. In rich countries, people are lucky to have good schools. Children start learning from a very young age. They can
Yes, guys, I'm passing here. Could you guess the words for the blanks? Education is one of the most important good, Jai Surya. It can make the difference between success and failure. And education can bring us knowledge. Out of 4, he is able to give 3 words. Good. Right. In rich countries, people would like to have good schools. Right? Right. So this is all about listening. As much as you concentrate, you get the entire information. Right? Then next is speaking. Speaking explicits you and showcases yourself as a good speaker, as a good person or an enabled person who can handle the language with all efficacy. Right? Look at it. See, I'm just telling you, just a minute. What is speaking? What do you think as a speaking? Speaking is fluency. On spot, if I ask you to speak on something, you will be able to speak continuously at least for 1 minute without a break. That is fluency. This is what we have in our mind, isn't it? So speaking is what is that? Speaking is speaking fluently with a good flow, right? This is all about speaking. Just a minute, actually, this is an activity. As you people are not, you cannot, this YouTube live streaming, so you cannot speak. I cannot allow you. So I cannot ask you people to unmute your mic and speak on any topic for 1 minute, like, but on spot, if you're asked to speak, if you're able to speak continuously, that is the ability of speaking, right? We have to develop that, right? Moving on to the next thing, reading. So reading enhances the knowledge of a person, improves it. See, simultaneously we can get variety of all aspects of communication we can gain through our reading. We can enhance grammar, we can improve vocabulary, that is, we can enrich vocabulary, we can increase our ability of constructing sentences. syntactically correct sentence. All these are possible through our reading. Look at this picture, ma'am. Few seconds only for you. What is all about? Could you guess it? Quick glance to all the pictures. Look at the picture. It is a storyboard. Look at the picture. I've removed a few pictures from that. Look at it. What is all about it? What it could be? On the whole, only one idea is there about this picture. Could you guess it? Last but the one second picture, look at it. Story, right? What is it about? Yes, ma. It enhances our knowledge. Story, yeah. Picture is not clear. Sorry. Yeah, it can be. It is on culture. Good guess. Jai Surya. Yes. Next. Fine. We don't have much time, so I'm just revealing the answer for you. Okay, Betsinila. I agree with you. Now look at this. Could you guess something with the last picture? Could you guess? No, Tilaidharni. It is not on Thanali Raman story. Okay, Mukesh Murlikmar, I can understand. So if you could look at the last one, it is an ad. It is yeah, YJ is right. Very correct. It is an ad for paint. An ad through a storyboard, advertisement through a storyboard. This is all about it. So if you are good at reading, you can read the content. If it is in any form, if it is in any form, if it is provided in any form, right? Okay, so we are arriving at the last aspect of communication, writing. What is all about writing? Look at this. Words are scrambled here and there. Scattered words are there on the screen. Water, cup, engineering strike, scarcity, industry, technology, students. Could you create a story making use of these terms? Could you create one sentence making use of all the words? If so, or could you create one passage in general making use of all the words in the right order? If so, you are very good at writing. Right? So this is all about writing. All the aspects. See, everything is a skill. All these things is a skill. And communication on the whole is a talent. Right, guys? This is all about it. And that is why I said that communication is an art. And this is the art of communication. Fine, guys. Thank you all. You were all on your spirits. Very good. I appreciate your energy. All your energy. You all were there with me so far. Very good about you. Very kind of you. And thanks for your patience. Good. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys. Welcome. Yeah. Pradipal, Ramaraju, everyone is thanking. Thank you. Yeah, bye. Balaji. Right. Yeah. I'm stopping sharing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am. Pleasure is mine. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. We have to be both introverts and extroverts. Be aware of one's own self and the surrounding. Realizing our abilities gives a lead to our uplift and it is a part of our personality. Mental health is a state of well being which can cope with the normal stresses, it increases productivity. It fetches a calm, peaceful, and successful life. A counselor listens around, analyzes the person, problems, abilities, and whatnot. SA Engineering College is benefited with a very good counselor who mingles with the students, be one among them, understand them, guide them, advise them, and bring them up. Not even a single student can forget her. I proudly invite Mrs. V.O. Sangeeta, Associate Professor in Chemistry Department, to the virtual podium to address you on mental health and well-being. Ma'am, welcome, ma'am.
Just hold on, students. Students, can you see the screen? Are you able to see the screen? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Am I audible, students? Fine. Um, so very happy and pleasant morning to all the first year students who have joined here. First of all, on this bright morning, I think you have had a wonderful session by Mrs. Srinidya from the English department. It was really interesting. I was also listening to it. Hope you have all got motivated by her speech in the morning itself. So let's go on to thinking mode right now. Okay, fine. So you have all been at home for quite some time, not only you. In general, the entire world was sitting at home, not going out due to a great pandemic. And now most of them have back to work, back to school, back to college. But there are certain issues being faced by most of the people of all age groups. Okay, so it is not possible to address everything in a very short time period. I'll be just talking about certain important topics alone, which is the talk of the present day parents or teachers or any elder person. Okay, so my topic for today is mental health and well-being. Fine. So, what do you understand by the word well-being? It is a state of being comfortable, healthy, or happy. Fine. This is the definition. But are we all having this state of mind? Obviously, everybody will keep your fingers on your chin and think about it. Are we all happy? Be it whatever age group here. It is not that you should be a school going student or a college going or elderly. Everybody has a doubt about this question. Okay. So, what are the factors that is not making us feel happy? Okay, everybody is in search of something. Now, we have as human beings, there are 12 basic emotions. Okay, can any one of you chat or few of you chat in the chat box, put your message in the chat box regarding the emotions that you know? Two emotions I have put on the screen. Any other emotions? As a human being, all of us are bound by emotions. Okay, can you hear me? Am I audible right now? Am I audible, ma? Because I can hear, I could get a message, voice is not clear. Is it audible right now? Yeah. So in the chat box, I can find few messages like happiness, fear, depression, fine, anger, very, very good, fine. All the messages that you have posted, few of you have posted are very, very correct. They are some of the emotions. Fine. So we are not discussing about all of that. We would be just discussing few. The first two emotions are anxiety and anger. And out of this, what is happening? We are getting stressed out. And why did I choose to discuss this? Okay, anxiety. What do you mean by anxiety? So again, it's an emotion which is characterized by feelings of tension, worried thoughts. So anxiety about something. Today, will the class happen? Today, will I be able to reach on home? I missed the bus. What is it? So right from the morning you wake up, you have some kind of thoughts that is lingering in your heart, that is going about in your brains. Okay, now what is the reason for me to post this picture in this presentation? Why did I take this picture in particular? The reason is, most of you would be knowing, I am discussing about anxiety. Clear? Now, last week, say from Friday onwards, you would have received call from one of the faculty advisors of SC Engineering College stating that you have classes from Monday. You will be having classes on every alternate day. All this information was given by them. So from then on, you would have thought, oh, fine, who is this talking to me? Is this a class advisor itself? Who are my classmates and others in the... So that teacher has formed a WhatsApp group. So all these students, do they belong to CSE? Do they belong to ECE? Then you immediately want to get friend with the others in the group. So you start messaging them personally. Then you wait for a message from their side. So this is also a kind of anxiety. If you don't get, know why is that person not responding. So all this is simple silly things that we face, that we do, are reasons for this tensions, worried thoughts. Okay, and the present day, if you see, till March 2020, the young children, that is, say from 3 years of age to 10 years, though they were exposed to the phone, they were not exposed to a very great extent. But now that is not the case. Any child from the age group of 3 to say 15, 17 is well versed with everything in this electronic gadget. This gadget is something that is controlling human beings. Okay, so every time you want to see, if you've got a message, you have got a message in the chat, Google chat, you have so many ways to chat with your friends. So that is also one important one way wherein you're getting too much of, you develop anxiety. Okay, how to deal with it? So at some point you yourself feel, no, I am disturbed to a very great extent, so what to do? So you should try to understand, see why is that a picture of a brain is put to the left. So everything, every confusion happens there. So accept that you cannot control everything. So what you need to do is do your best, maintain a positive attitude, learn what triggers you. So the third point, maintain a positive attitude. Of course, this again, every child would have heard this right from a young age. You should have a positive attitude. Everybody keeps sending messages, putting some messages in the chat box or in the status, or their status, like you should have a positive attitude, motivational quotes. Lot of things have been happening from the time WhatsApp is existing. Fine. But nowadays, the word positive, especially for the past 1.5 years, if you see, the word positive has become the most negative word. Am I right? So, but still, we need to go by it. Yeah. Learn what triggers you. Triggers, edanala. What is the reason for my being very very anxious about something? So you need to try to understand that, and then you need to try to take some steps. Okay. Next is anger. So this anxiety can also continue, and it can develop and you become very angry, aggressive. It's not just becoming angry, you become aggressive. Present day at home, you see most of the children, see, you are having a phone in your hand. When you are watching something, your mom says, no, it's enough, you've been watching this for quite a long time, stop it. You get irritated. So what next the mom of dad does? Just snatch it from you. You become very violent. This is the scene in most of the homes today. Okay. So what is this? It's again a resultant behavior of something. Why? Because that is snatched from you. So you become so much attached to that electronic gadget that is controlling you. Okay. Now, anger. How do you define it? Now, if you go by the definition, it's appropriate. See, anger is again a very basic emotion. You cannot say that a person who doesn't get angry at all is perfect and he's very nice. No, anger, you should get angry to some extent. So it's appropriate, it's normal, and it's a healthy emotion. Everyone should experience it and will experience it. It helps to understand for ourselves when we are wrong and protect our needs. So it can have unwanted consequences when it goes to a very, very great extent. As I mentioned, the word aggression. Okay. So how to, sorry, yeah. What are the tips to manage anger? How do you manage anger? Remember, your thoughts can cause anger. That is, you are the reason. Even if somebody else is the reason, now you cannot change that. So what you can do, you control yourself. So your thoughts can cause anger and not the other person's thought. Ask, you ask this to yourself. If my anger is going to help me achieve my goals or it's going to spoil my day, if it's going to spoil my day, then what is the reason in getting angry over it? Stop being defensive. No, 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 it is like this is how it is, that is how it is. No, you listen, take time, be patient to listen to the other person. Then you think whether I am on the, this is again next level. So immediately you cannot think of whether you are on the stress scale or not, but you calm down yourselves and then you can think of it. Then next, what to do? How to control it? Somebody says, no, you're getting violent very fast or you're very aggressive patient. You have to control your temperament. When somebody says this, so what are the methods to do it? Deep breathing relaxation techniques. Okay, now this is what everybody day in and day out, you see the newspapers, last 1.5 years, people sitting at home, they have started doing, a lot of people have started doing yoga, meditation, going for exercises. All this have been a part and parcel of the present day life. Okay, then if necessary, walk away and calm yourself. So these are some simple tips that you can do to control yourself, to manage yourself. Okay, yeah, somebody says think before you speak. Very good. Correct. Fine. So this is again a simple depiction of how you can so walk or exercise, step away from the situation, reframe your thinking. You just think whether you are right or the other person is right, and if the other person is wrong, then how to go about with it. Okay. Identify the triggering and the warning sign. Why did I get angry? Talk to somebody about that, whether you are correct or not. Okay, then you see the last, try breathing and muscle relaxation. So this is a very, very important students, am I audible? Students, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Students, am I audible? Yes. Yeah, fine, thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you students, thank you very much. Yeah. So how to manage? Once again, I'll just brief upon it. So some important methods that you can choose as a normal individual. Okay. Identify what is triggering you. Talk to somebody. Walk away from that situation. If it is not going to help you out, then try breathing. This every day you can do at home. Okay. Next. So the first two are emotions. The next, stress. Sevita, are you able to hear me, ma? Because others have put yes, you have mentioned that it's low. Sevita, okay. So what is this stress? Now stress is actually the body's physiological or psychological response to the emotions. Okay, so when you are feeling some kind of anxiety is happening in you, chemicals are released in your body, and that is stress. Now, stress is not that it's always something negative, okay? It can be positive also. So basically, we have two kinds of stresses, eustress and distress. Eustress is something what is positive, okay? Now, you're going to get a new job, a roller coaster ride. You're feeling so happy about that, though it is something that causes tension. Roller coaster ride, so that it is something that you want to do, something different, but still there would be butterflies running in your stomach, okay? That's a positive stress. But mostly when we talk about stress, it is, we are focusing about the negative stress, okay? So stress is a feeling of being tensed, overwhelmed, worn out, or exhausted. A small amount of stress can be motivating, but too much stress makes us very daunting. Hold on, students. Charge is getting- Okay. So now basically acute stress, chronic stress, I'm not going to discuss briefly on it because you are not going to learn about it. You just need to understand as to how to cope up this. Okay. So what are the stress management techniques?
Sorry
You
for the
need
interruption,
to,
ma'am. 1 minute, ma'am.
hold on, students.
Can you minimize the screen? Sorry. Would you like to continue with it? It is on. Hold on.
Yes, students, can you hear me?
Ma'am, share screen. Give share screen. Have you given?
I'll give one.
1 minute, 1 minute. Sorry, Sivita. 1 minute. You have to share here. 1 minute. Click here and give share here. And your screen is visible now. Now you can go to this.
Screen. It's not coming. See it.
Is it not coming?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll continue. So this is another kind of stress that is being faced by the teaching community. Do you agree with it? Because for the past 1.5 years, you see, people, especially in the teaching community, most of them were not used to, especially at least people who were 45 years of age and above, they were not very technology savvy. But this pandemic made us learn everything. But just before a program starts or before a class starts, whether there would be a network connectivity problem. Is there a problem? Is the student able to hear, not able to hear? So after it is over, fine, yeah, today it is over. There was no issue at all. So this kind of problems that we face are also some kind of small issues that creates anxiety and tension in every individual that is developing into a stress. Okay, fine. Yeah, somebody has posted a message. Laughing and spending time with family and friends can control the stress. Yeah, very good. Of course, you need to do that. So, how many youngsters are doing it? I appreciate the person who has posted the message in the group, and every child, every student, every person should do this. At least we need to spend 5 to 10 minutes. We should sit doing nothing. We have to just share our experiences, or we share something that is nice and talk with our family members. Okay, fine. So stress management strategies, as I have put it on the screen, it's building resilience. So resilience is the ability to handle stress when it arises and to protect oneself from future stress. Okay, so this, it is our own capability, we should develop it. Fine. Then relaxation technique. So this relaxation technique actually is the mantra of the present day. There is no age group for this. Everybody can do it. Deep relaxation, breathing technique. So it is good for everything, be it any health issue, be it any kind of physiological problems, psychological problems, whatever it is. Okay. So deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation are fundamental part of stress management. So this picture, and on top I have put practice mindfulness. Okay, so what is this mindfulness? So our body is present. Fine, I'm sitting here right now in front of the screen and talking to you, but there may be still 1,100 issues going around in my brain, at the back of my brain. Okay, same way, the same for you also. You might be listening to me, but you are sitting at home. So is there somebody at the gate? Is somebody knocking the door? So many things happening are just bothering us. Okay, so you should be fully focused on what you are doing. So mindfulness just doesn't mean sitting and meditating. Meditating is one good practice for that. But even if it is a simple act of taking food, when you take your food, you should enjoy the food. When you take a sip of water, enjoy it. So everything, your mind should be focused in that particular act alone. That is very, very, very important. If you are doing that in every job that you do, a simple job, cutting your nails, grooming yourself, காலையில dress பண்றீங்க, எல்லாமே, you do it so well with so much of enjoyment in that, focused only on that, then you will find happiness. Okay, self-care. So what is the reason for me to bring this topic here? So we have discussed about anger, anxiety, stress. Fine, most of us, okay, at least one point of time, we don't care for ourselves at all. We are bothered about, oh yes, next what, next early morning you have to wake up, you have to cook, you have to go there, here, children who are studying, bothered about the studies. So present day, okay, it is very, very, very important. If you need to keep a balanced, happy, peaceful life, you need to have, at least to some extent, you need to take care of yourself. Spend again 10 to 15 minutes in a day, whatever job you do. Okay, you like to dress yourself well, that is also a kind of self-care. So for that, you need to spend some time, relax, have fun, where you don't think of anything. So taking care of yourself and make it a priority. You set boundaries to protect yourself. Why you are setting boundaries? What is the meaning of it? No, some other job comes in between something, but still, no, I have a time for myself. I should have a time for me. I will do this. It is not that you should neglect what your mom says or father says. No, but you should spend some time for yourself. Even you should tell your mom and dad, because they are busy making their children learn how to make all this. So you can tell, no, mother, you also should spend some time for yourself. Because normally at homes, this is a scenario. Parents especially, they are always thinking about, yes, about the future of their children. They hardly spend any time for themselves. So you can tell them, Okay, so keep up with self-care even when you are feeling good. It is not that at bad times alone you should do it. Even when you are happy, even when you should take care of yourself. Okay, and finally, this is self-motivation. So everybody talks about motivation at home. People, your mom, your dad, or relative, your sister, brother, elder ones at home will keep telling you, no, no, why are you sitting like this? You don't do that. This also. Please don't wait for others to tell you. You should first get motivated by your inner self. So that is the force for growth, success, and happiness. Okay. So what is motivating you? Are you completely in control of your motivation? You just have to think about a time when you failed and why did you fail? Is that bad? All these things you think for yourself and then you try to move ahead. Okay, yeah. Again, there is a message in the chat box. Try to do something you enjoy every moment. Yeah, fine, good, good, good. Okay, so motivation. So this is just how it is come, how the word. It means to energize, to activate, to move. Now you see in the picture, if you see in the image that you see in the screen, motivation, success, performance, support, idea, goals. So generally whenever people talk of motivation, it's only focused on getting a good job, getting high marks. Okay, this is what generally people have an idea about, but it is not so. Even if you are sitting at home, early morning you have to wake up. Okay, let it not be early morning, like say 5, even if it is waking up at 6. So you need to motivate yourself. No, tomorrow I have to get up at 6. Let me do the small work, like cleaning my vehicle, cleaning the car. So that also requires, that is also, there should be an inner drive for that. That is also a motivation. Okay, then bigger goals are like when you talk about your academics, your job, and other major plans in your life. So motivation is what causes you to act, whether it is getting a glass of water to reduce thirst or to reading a book to gain knowledge. So it activates you. You have to maintain that, and it guides you, determines where you are trying to go. So there's a wonderful quote by William James. The greatest discovery of any generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitude. Okay. Hope you have got the meaning of it. And types of motivation. So as I said, it is not the big ones that we need to always think about. Of course, now you have entered college. You need to think about in next 4 years, the 4th year, where you would be, what I have to be, what kind of job I have to get. If you have joined CSC, yeah, I have to definitely get into 2025. When I leave this campus, I have to have a job. Fine, that's a bigger goal. You need to get motivated to do something for that. You need to plan for it. But it is not that alone. You should have even some smaller little bit of motivation to do even little things. Okay, the fact is that all of us are motivated to something, but to different extent. But the focus, emphasis, and importance is only on performing well in exams, achievements, accomplishments. And because of this only, the children are getting stressed. Okay, because at home everybody speaks of this only. Why are you not getting marks, and what is the reason? They keep on questioning on this. So here is, this is the line of difference. So what happens, the particular child is getting stressed. Everybody will not be able to perform the same way. Okay, so in reality, a teenager or an adolescent, every small thing that we do needs an internal drive, whether some music that we hear, or the words that we have learned, whatever we see. When you see something, each one of us have got a different perception about it. Okay, everything that you can see, how we look at things. So where does this all happen? It happens in your brain. What is the weight of it? Just weighing 1300 to 1400 grams. How many blood vessels? How many neurons? It is billions of neurons running. 70,000 thoughts per day. So many things running about in our head. It never stops. Is your brain stopping? Stop doing its function? No, it is continuing. Always there is some activity. It never stops learning. It is the most complex matter, and you and me have one. That is what we believe. Okay. So once you start making the effort to wake up yourself, that is, be more mindful. So the word mindful is again there in this quote. Okay, in your activities, you suddenly start appreciating life a lot more. So you are very young and the right time, right age. Please motivate yourself. Self motivation is very, very, very important, students. And so you can have a goal, be it small or big. You prioritize which is to be given most importance. Okay, then eliminate distractions. Major distraction, I need not tell. What is your major distraction? Spend time for the gadget, but not full time with the gadget. Approach the task with enthusiasm. Visualize it. That is, think, imagine, Paniku. Reward yourself. What have you done? Positive self talk. You talk to yourself. Strengthen bond with family and friends. Yeah, somebody mentioned this in the chat box. So never lose hope. So time is on your side. Do it now. So I would like to stop my talk by saying or making you remember three important words. I would like to say it in Tamil. முதல்ல வந்து you take an effort. So what is effort? முயற்சி. முயற்சி, பயிற்சி, தொடர்ச்சி. So you take an effort, you do it, and then you need to continue it. Okay. So again, time is not late. It is better late than never, students. Please, you can start from today itself, little things. So all of us are blessed with the best. Let us think that way and go ahead. Fine. Thank you, students. God bless all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, guys, we are winding up with this today. We shall meet again on Monday. Cheer up, guys. Thank you all.